GoHofstra.com is pleased to welcome senior cross-country co-captain Kristin Mathis. Welcome, Kristin.
It's good to be here.
As your 4-year career here at Hofstra winds down to the final 3 meets of this season, how about looking back a little bit on your career at Hofstra?
It's definitely been a good experience. It's been a growing experience. Our team has definitely matured over the past 4 years. We came in with a bigger team, and now we're down to just 6 or 7, but we've definitely have our minds in the right place now, and our team's definitely matured as a program.
Now let's take you back a long time ago. How did you get involved in competitive running?
I got involved in competitive running probably in around 5th grade. I started running track because my sister started running track in high school, and it wasn't until high school, my freshman year, that I started running cross country, also because she had a good experience doing that. So I always enjoyed running in middle school and things like that, so I'm glad I made the switch from soccer, like most people do, to cross country.
And as you mentioned soccer, did you play any other sports in high school?
Nope, I did cross country, indoor track, and spring track.
Now, when you said you followed your sister in, was she very successful in?
She was. She ran at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County on a full scholarship. So.
And you were just trying to top her then, basically.
Sibling rivalry, of course.
You had some very nice accolades in high school. You were all-county, all-conference. Tell us about your most memorable competition in high school.
I think my most memorable competition in high school would have to be the time that I broke 19 minutes at the Tri-County Conference race. It was one of those races where you just run, and I wasn't thinking about it the whole time, and when I crossed the finish line and saw my time, and I did get county honors or conference honors when I finished. When I was told my time, I didn't believe it for maybe 3 days after that. I wanted to make sure the course was the right length, and it was a certified course, and that's my best time.
Now, was that a target of yours for a while, or?
I made a pretty big jump that meet. It was probably like a good 30-second jump, so I was not expecting to break it, but that's always a goal.
Now, you were on some several championship teams in high school. What was the makeup of your team? Why was it so successful?
The makeup of our team in high school is actually a lot like our team is looking for this next conference race. We had maybe one girl that was in front of most of the team, and then we had a pretty tight pack of interchangeable girls from 2, 3, 4, 5, where we all could run together, and any one person could be 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. And that's a good place to be, because the more people you can get in front of the other runners together, the better you'll be, the better position you'll have.
Now, there's a lot of people say there's a huge jump from high school to college, and there certainly is. The senior who was running against freshmen in high school is now the freshman running against seniors and juniors in college, who are obviously more developed. Did you have any concerns or fears going into coming to Hofstra and running against the older runners?
I was definitely nervous about making the jump from high school to Division I cross-country running, but I think Coach Pete Alfano, he did a really good job of making the freshmen feel as if there wouldn't be too much pressure on us. He explains it that your freshman year you have a backpack, it's like running with a backpack on. You have all these new responsibilities, you're living on your own for the first time most likely, and you have the new college curriculum to deal with. So he kind of takes the pressure off you and says he understands that your freshman year you're going to have a lot on your plate. So that definitely helped transition into the program.
And you came out of the gate like a gangbuster with a 3rd place finish in your first dual meet, which was the Brickstone Invitational. Tell us about that Invitational.
That's our home meet, so it was pretty exciting to be able to place well there, and definitely took some of the nerves away to be feeling good and running good times. You're not really sure how you're going to perform in college compared to high school, and to start out on the right foot was definitely a big relief.
You had a big season as a freshman. Do you recall any of your goals or your mindset that season?
I think my mindset that season was just to run, because Pete had taken the pressure off of me, and it wasn't that much different than my goals in high school. It was always break into the next 10-second range. If I was running 1950s, I wanted to get into the 1940s and just keep going from there.
How did you adjust to the changing distances from the 4K to the 5K to the 6K that season and throughout your career?
Well, we only ran 5Ks in high school, so adjusting to a 4K is pretty easy because you're running less. Adjusting to a 6K also isn't that bad because you really don't change your strategy that much. You just keep running and hope that you'll be able to maintain your pace for the next 1,000 meters. So mentally, I think it's more of a challenge than it is physically. You just have to be in the right mindset.
Now, you had your best career 6K as a freshman at the Paul Short Invitational at Lehigh. Do you have any recollections of that meet?
I actually don't remember that much about that meet except for that one of our seniors ran most of it barefoot. It was a pretty muddy race.
That was Reedy Dillon.
That was Reedy Dillon, and she lost a shoe in the first 200 meters. And that was my first 6K, so I just ran it, and I don't have much recollection of it besides that.
You've been pretty durable over your career, and you haven't missed many meets during the cross-country season. What do you attribute that to?
We definitely try to do a lot of injury prevention. We do the functional movement screening with Dr. Sell, which she then tells our strength and conditioning coach, Allison, what our results were so that she can work on any problem areas that we might have. I know she's worked on our hips and things like that to improve our weaknesses.
Now, you've got 3 meets remaining in your college career, beginning this weekend at the CAA Championships down at Maryland at Hunt Valley, Oregon Ridge Park. What goals have you set for the final 3 meets?
For the final 3 meets, I really just want to do my best and get back to where I know the team needs me to be. Looking to get back towards my PRs and back to the races that I was running as a freshman.
And you were a busy person off the cross-country course too. Tell us a little bit about your academic challenges here at Hofstra and your dual major.
Well, academically, I'm a psychology major and a marketing minor, and it's been tough. But my first 2 semesters, I made the dean's list, and then all the semesters after that, I made the provost list. So academics are definitely important to me. It's the first reason why I'm here. So I've definitely been putting a lot of work in the classroom.
Well, congratulations on that. What are your postgraduate goals?
My postgraduate goals, actually, as a psychology major and a marketing minor, I'm looking to pursue marketing as a career. So right now I'm working on getting some internships in the spring to set me up with some good experience to hit the job market in the summertime.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today on GoHofstra.com, and good luck this weekend at the CAA Championships as well as the upcoming meets and in your professional career.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.